What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we are watching Nightcrawler. Now, another movie that I am very excited for because I've heard this is also a fantastic movie. If it's the movie I'm thinking of, which I think it is Jake Gyllenhaal as our main character. He is a detective, I believe, and I think his name is Detective Loki. Now, besides that fact, I don't know anything else about the story. I don't know anything else about the actors, about anything else of the movie. I don't know who directed it. I just know that that's our main character. I think that's his name. Besides that, I don't know what genre this movie is going to be. I don't know if it's like... I think he's a like a detective, like police officer, so it might be a psychological thriller. It might just be a kind of, I don't know, dingy crime story. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what the story is gonna be like. I don't know. I don't know much, but I want to temper my expectations, obviously, but I have pretty high ones already because I've heard that this movie is phenomenal in terms of Jake Gyllenhaal's acting, in terms of the movie making aspect of it, you know, the script, the cinematography, the direction, the score. So I've heard a lot of good things about this movie, so I'm very excited to watch this. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going in proper blind, so it's usually the best for movies to go in blind because you don't know what to expect, so you can only pretty much be pleased with what you get. At least that's the hope, but I'm sure I'm gonna love this, so I'm very excited. In case you don't know, I do have full-length reactions and early access on Patreon, which is always linked in the description, so in case you want to check that out. In case you want to check that out, you can. Leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe if you want to see more. And let's watch this movie. Already by the score alone, I feel like this movie is gonna be dark as fuck. Like the normal part of it sounds really hopeful and inspiring, but those horns are menacing, man. Those like heavy drum hits, they sound very dark. God, he looks so malnourished. It's kind of terrifying. Oh my God. So is he not a good person? Oh, I thought he was like a detective. Like, okay. Did he kill that dude? Did he just beat him up and take his shit, or did he kill him? I'm already on edge. Maybe the Detective Loki thing I was thinking of, maybe that's Prisoners with Hugh Jackman. Maybe not this. I could be wrong.
Who am I? I'm a hard worker. I set high goals, and I've been told that I'm persistent. Now, I'm not fooling myself, sir. Having been raised with the self-esteem movement so popular in schools, I used to expect my needs to be considered. But I know that today's work culture no longer caters to the job loyalty that could be promised to earlier generations. What I believe, sir...
This guy's fucking weird.
Go around, get inside the car, the fuck I'm paying you for!
Bro, that car's gonna blow up. I love how they just have no regard. No regard for that person's safety. Just getting the clicks and getting the video.
700.
2,500, and that's giving it away.
No bike's got 37 gears.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Freelance!
What are you doing?
Filming for TV.
You move that camera, man, you gotta back up. Leave!
Okay. I don't know what to make of this movie so far. I have no idea what's really happening. We're just kind of following this odd character who is a thief. Trying to make a quick buck, I guess, but I don't really know what the story is yet. Oh no. He has to get better footage somehow.
300. All right, deal.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Get out of here.
This guy is so creepy. Very weird. I don't really know what his game plan is or his goal. I'm so, like, I have no idea where his aim for his life is.
Fast forward through this.
You have a good eye.
Thank you. I'm just beginning, so praise from someone such as yourself, well, you can imagine that it means quite a lot.
Well, I'll help in any way I can. And of course, you can help
This guy's creepy. This guy is creepy. I don't like how he talks.
Think of our newscast as a screaming woman running down the street with her throat cut.
I understand.
Jesus.
I'm a very, very
That is indeed graphic. This guy's weird, man. I can't put my finger on everything that's weird about him, but there's quite a bit. I love the lighting of this movie so far, especially in his apartment. Looks so good.
I'll give you $30 cash per night.
Okay. Okay.
All right then. Rick is a nice guy. Down on his luck. I like Rick. Lou better not fuck him over.
281 responding, 6th and Rampart, code 2.
So should we go?
No, we want victims and not the kind that live on 6th and Rampart.
I like how he like almost adopted the personality of that news lady, you know, to seem more put together or whatever. Like he's very manipulative. Why is he sitting on top of the car? My guy is zooming. God damn.
6 blocks, then right.
On what?
Made a mistake. It's right. 5 blocks back.
You're fired. Jesus Christ. Can't even read a GPS. Get out. You're fired.
Don't answer me by telling me a problem. I have enough of those already. Bring me a solution, and then we can make a decision together.
I have enough of those already.
Maybe.
I was scared he's gonna like kill this dude for fucking up, you know what I mean? He's gonna go inside. That's how you get that footage that everyone wants. You gotta get the shit that you're not allowed to capture.
Television news might just be something I love, as well as something I happen to be good at.
Wow. That was like a genuinely sweet scene, but I don't know if I feel sweet or sentimental about it, you know?
That means an awful lot.
Although he does seem like an actually intelligent person, but he seems to hide some darkness, you know? Oh my god. Jesus. I mean, he does seem to be good at this, to be fair. So, I mean, that's good, I guess. I was gonna say, I thought I saw his camera equipment getting upgraded, but it looks like they are doing very well for themselves. Vehicle upgrade, camera upgrade, okay. Richard in some new clothes, I like it.
However, you just spilled gasoline on my car, which will lead to paint. I need you to tighten up a bit on this, because if you feel it like that again, I will terminate you immediately, I promise you.
Damn. Alright then. See, it's stuff like that, like, and like the musical cues, like, I don't know, man. Like, it feels so polite and well-mannered while being fucking terrifying. You know? Damn, that new car really helped. My man is there before anybody. Jesus. Is he trying to make the scene better? Oh my god. This fucking idiot, dude. All of this for the shot. That is not a smart idea. That's gonna get you in some sticky situations, bud. His face, just pure excitement over the shot he's getting. Jesus.
Have you heard of it?
It's also on your sleeve.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh boy.
Yes.
By the end of this, he's gonna have created a fucking accident, right? He's gonna like cause something specifically just to get the most perfect frame, you know?
There's valleys out there. Take it from me, I've been nightcrawling 14 years.
Well, that's why it's called Nightcrawler. I didn't know this was like the title of the job that they do. It's called Nightcrawling. I didn't know that.
Talking like it's something that I may be interested in, but I'm not. I'm screaming in your face. I'm not fucking interested.
Damn.
Instead, I'm gonna drive home and do some accounting.
Fucking Sigma male out here, bro.
I bet you're beautiful any time of the day. I like the dark makeup on your eyes. I also like the way you smell.
It's a little too many compliments now, bro. You're getting creepy.
Take risks. I also need financial support to implement expansion. Thanks for coming out to talk.
I can't put my finger on this fucking guy, dude. I'm telling you. Feels like a chameleon, you know? Just changes his skin depending on the environment.
Can end immigration into 22 seconds. Local crime stories, however, not only usually led the news, but filled 14 times the broadcast, averaging 5 minutes and 7 seconds. KWLA relies...
Does he have a photographic memory, bro? He, like, word for word remembers all of these things, man. Like, in every random conversation, just has an entire fucking cue card to just read. He's got to have a photographic memory or something, right?
Of the lowest rated station in Los Angeles.
Yikes.
We have what could be considered an almost exclusive relationship.
That took a turn. Yikes, bro. Dear God. This went from bad to worse.
The balls to even suggest something like this.
We're still talking.
No, there's nothing more to say.
You can leave.
Oh my.
Look, you've done well.
Bro, calling the bluff. Oh my God.
The true price of any item is what somebody's willing to pay for it. You want something, and I want you.
To fuck you.
And as a friend.
That was weird. Jesus Christ. I feel really bad for her, bro. This guy is so just the worst. I mean, dear God. I feel like I'm watching the I saw the villain origin story and now I'm on his fucking training arc, you know what I mean? He's definitely not the hero of the story, that's for sure.
Tired of your promises for more pay, man. I'm sleeping in a garage.
Rick, trying to leverage your salary in this economic environment is near impossible. Most firms have set starting wages. Ideally, you could leverage with other offers, but that's just not the case in your situation right now.
Even though he just did that, literally just did in this economic climate. I mean, he just did that to the lady from the news station, but you know. Okay.
In Corona.
So you want that then?
I want you to get in the goddamn game. I want something people can't turn away from. I want what you fucking promised me.
See, bro, I'm telling you, he's gonna now commit the crime and then record it so she has the footage for it, but he's gonna be the one to do it. Now I just don't know who he's gonna commit it on. Does he do it to Richard? Does he do it to his competition? I don't know. Some random civilian? Become a fucking serial killer? I don't know. Oh, I've seen this scene where he breaks the mirror. I've seen that before. I also know the breaking of it was not supposed to happen, but it just happened perfectly. And the way that one shattered piece fell so you could still see the reflection of his face was just perfect luck. Which makes that scene so much better. Oh, he does it to the competition. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's a solid shot. Alright, fair enough. Holy shit. That's crazy. He's actually a psychopath. He feels no remorse either. Like, he's genuinely a psychopath. No guilt, no remorse for his actions, just purely to benefit his own goal. Jesus. Bro, they're gonna get fucking shot at, dude.
Right end of the street coming up. 4808.
They're there before the cops are, because they're only 5 blocks away. They're literally gonna get shot at. Oh no, bro. This is not a smart idea. Does your ambition know no limits? Fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Bro, this is more than a home invasion, dog. What is this? Oh, this is terrifying, dude. Like, that was a straight up murder. They came in, killed them, and left, bro. Oh my god, he caught their faces on camera. Let's fucking go. Oh, let's go. That literally couldn't have gotten better. And the license plate? Oh my god, let's go. That's actually amazing. I cannot believe that just happened. No, now he's gonna go inside and film their dead fucking bodies. Alright, dude, you need to know when to let it go. That's terrifying, but this is also the fucking scoop of the century. Jesus, he really delivered on that promise to her. Yo, Lou needs to get the fuck out of the house before the cops get there, man. Although last time the cops didn't care, but I feel like this is a little bit much. God. So tense, man. So tense. They're still alive! Oh, fuck!
What happened in there? You should have walked in and looked, Rick. If you're curious, that's what I'm paying you to do. You need to show initiative. There is no better way to achieve job security.
How do you take this into a lecture about some shit you read? What the fuck? Like, what? Jesus. Nah, actual psychopath. No bullshit, actual psychopath. Puts no emotion into anything he's seeing. Dude is not even fucking phased. It's unreal. Dude literally has all the footage, though. The bodies, the gun, them leaving the fucking house, them shooting, like everything.
You just watch it for yourself.
I could have had someone out there by now. Why didn't you call it in?
To increase your need and improve my bargaining position.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, Jenny.
Jesus. I mean, fair play, bro. Fair play. My man said to increase your need and my bargaining position. Dear God.
How much?
100,000.
How much?
50,000.
I need a number. 9 minutes, I need a number.
I just gave you 2. Suburban housewife shotgunned in her bed. I know you, Nina. I know your interest and excitement in this product is greater than the amount you're offering.
Dude is a good negotiator, I'll give him that.
Start developing my own personal relationships. I'd like to start meeting them this morning. You'll take me around, you'll introduce me as the owner and president of Video Production News, and remind them of some of my many other stories. The last thing that I want, Nina, is for you to do the things that I ask you to do when we're alone together in your apartment. Not like the last time.
Jesus, fuck, this guy is scary. This dude is so unhinged. And I can't tell if she's scared or horny.
On what you're looking here, the gruesome crime scene that we're all watching.
And that right there is the third body.
Although I imagine he's gonna release that footage later of catching the face of the suspects, you know, later saying suspects found or whatever. But then isn't someone gonna put 2 and 2 together that they got there not to help, but they got the suspects' faces and they didn't show it right away? Like, is that not gonna be a big deal?
Hello.
Oh, fuck.
Hi, I'm Detective Fanieri. This is my partner, Detective Lieberman.
May we come inside?
Why?
Why not?
You want to?
Yes.
I don't care.
Wonderful.
Although I'm not actually that nervous because I feel like he's been pretty good at talking his way out of things.
Killed those people?
One of them, quite possibly, yes.
You gotta call the cops.
Like, just the way he
And we
says
will,
that,
at
dude.
the right time.
Just the way he says that. Like, no vocal inflections, nothing. Bro does not care at all.
Thank you, man. I'm trying. You know?
Which is why I'm promoting you
I feel so bad for Rick.
to Executive Vice President of Video News.
What am I now?
A Video News. That is not the company that he gave the name as. I don't know what the fuck Video News is, but that is not the one that he gave earlier.
What about more? You know?
Not now. We close the deal.
I could have gotten more, couldn't I?
Absolutely.
That was funny. I could have gotten more. Absolutely. Especially because he is such a good negotiator, you know? But I mean, good for Rick. Good for him. Although, I mean, $75 a night. Well, 75 is not bad now. 30 before was really bad. I mean, 75 is not great either, but you know, you gotta start somewhere.
About not calling them criminals, waiting for them to start some shit so you can film it, that's against the fucking law. Yeah, cops would be majorly interested in that, no doubt. Okay, so I want more money.
He is gonna kill this kid and run it as a story, bro. And run it as a story, I'm telling you.
I want half.
Well, if you're saying I can't negotiate, then I guess I'm just gonna have to give it to you.
Oh no.
Can feel good about it at least. Now I'll go the extra mile.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what you never understood, man. It's been the problem.
You're dead. 110%. He is now plotting his death and how to get footage of it.
This guy might have already seen us, and he's bringing us here as a trap. You're the guy.
I love the difference in demeanor between both of them. Like, Rick is always so fidgety and terrified, whereas Lou is just constantly just stone cold.
Just he's wearing brown pants and a vest. He looks like he has a gun.
You said the suspect is armed?
I believe so, yes. I'm sorry. I have to go, otherwise they might see me.
Now he's just lying to get the cops riled up so he gets a better footage. Dear God. This guy has no remorse.
What if my problem wasn't that I don't understand people, but that I don't like them? What if I was obliged to hurt you for something like this? I mean...
Dear God. I imagine Rick is gonna get shot in the crossfire or something, right? I feel like there's no way Rick makes it to the end of this alive. Although, just because they're suspected armed doesn't mean the cops have to shoot yet. Because if they're not actually armed, then, you know, they don't really have to shoot. Are they not nervous at all? Does he have the right guys? I fucking hope so. Oh my God, he does have a gun. He wasn't lying about that. Oh shit. I don't think he knew that they were armed. He was just saying that to get them riled, but he happened to be correct. Oh fuck, dude. This is not gonna end well.
Aim the camera at the car and start filming.
Northbound through the alley of 187.
Holy shit.
Fresh red. Suspect
Oh my! He fucking smiled about that he caught that on camera. Jesus. Absolutely no regard for human life at all. Holy fuck. Yo, Lou is also a sick driver. What the fuck, dude? Lou is kind of nice with it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's a psychopath with no guilt or remorse and a little bit aggressive and not a very good person, but bro is kind of nice with it, I'm not gonna lie.
Use your zoom.
I'm just trying to teach him. Oh my fucking God. I cannot believe Lou actually just did that. I mean, I know I said that's exactly what he was gonna do, but I cannot believe he actually just fucking did that. That's a haunting shot, bro. Just stone cold face. Bro didn't even blink at that. That's insane. I'm fucking speechless. Wow. Jesus Christ, man.
You saw it. You used it against me. You would have done it again. Just admit it.
I don't know.
Wow. That's fucked up, man. Rick was a sweetheart, dude. Well, that sucks. Bro, the kid's dead face in the middle of them is haunting.
The story is urban crime creeping into the suburbs. That's the story.
Jesus, you sound like Lou.
10 seconds to back.
I think Lou is inspiring all of us to reach a little higher.
Jesus. Holy fuck. I feel like there's a lot of commentary on news people throughout this movie. Or even media people in general.
I think you withheld information.
You're correct.
I think you saw the two men in the murder house in Granada Hills.
You're correct.
And you saw the car.
Also right.
And you sat on it.
Definitely right.
To get something you could film.
Definitely correct.
What do you think about that?
Not wrong at all.
You don't fool me for a minute.
I'm glad.
I think everything you said is a lie.
I like to say that if you're seeing me, you're having the worst day of your life.
The stare into the camera. Oh, Lord. I mean, I told you, I'm not really that nervous if he's talking to the cops, because this guy is, like, so well prepared for everything, man.
But remember, I will never ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself.
Such a solid line after what we've seen this guy do. Such a solid line. And now he has the multiple trucks just like that guy said he was gonna do. Wow. Holy shit. That was phenomenal, man. I mean, that movie was not at all what I was expecting. It really wasn't. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess that was a thriller of sorts, but like, we didn't follow a conventional hero. We followed a villain. Like, this guy wasn't good in any sense of the word. He's not even an anti-hero. I think I was literally just following a man with an ambition and a man who stops at nothing to achieve his ambition, and truly stops at nothing. I mean, there was nothing out of the question for this guy. Genuinely nothing. I mean, him even killing his partner just so he could get the footage, like, wow. There was a lot of questionable stuff that this guy did. To start with, Jake Gyllenhaal, phenomenal. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is a phenomenal actor. He gives fantastic performances whenever he's on screen, so there was no doubt on that part. Really loved how he played this character. It was very chilling. You never felt comfortable speaking to this guy, but he was also just really charismatic, you know? Like, when you listen to him speak, when he was talking with Nell, or when he was talking with his partner, when he was in regular conversations, like, he was just really charismatic. He had his knowledge down packed. He never stuttered. You know, he always knew what he said. He would never like, no, like when you're doing, never. It was just pure knowledge, solid communication, never wavering in what he thought or what he said. Everything felt like it was rehearsed. He always knew what he wanted to say, always knew what he wanted to think. It was as if he had every single answer rehearsed for every single possible conversation. Dude was ready for everything at every single point in time. And it was terrifying, but also really charismatic. You kind of loved watching him, and at points you can't help but root for him, because we see him start this profession, this night crawling profession. We see him start, and we see him start from nothing and not being taught anything, and he learns everything himself, and like, he's coming up on the competition. You know, he gets that shitty camera. You know, I mean, even if you want to go earlier than that, when we start with the thief, like, he was stealing random shit for chump change, and then he stole the watch, and then he stole the bike for a bit more. And like, even when he stole the bike and he was selling the bike and marketing it to that guy, like, even at that point, I mean, the amount of shit that he was coming up with, like, it's just insane. You know, so he was constantly going up and up and up and up, constantly pushing forward, getting higher, and regardless of whether you agree with his ethical decisions or his morals, he had a goal, he had ambition, and he just continued to progress and go upwards. So that part, I mean, I guess that part I would commend. I wouldn't commend how he did it. I wouldn't commend a lot of the things he decided to do, but I suppose achieving your ambition is a good thing. Although, I mean, kind of levying that with, I think, Nell, the news lady, in that entire Mexican dinner conversation was insane. Although at times, like, it's really hard to tell if Nell liked it or not. You know, there were so many, especially when he was like, well, you can leave. And she didn't still, she stayed. You know, it kind of reminded me, a weird comparison, but it reminded me of The Office when Michael is with that lady who owns the restaurant, and she's cheating on her husband with Michael. And, you know, everyone's trying to tell Michael that it's not going to happen, but she's still there. And Pam's like, why is she still there if she doesn't want something to happen? Like, it was a lot like that for me, where I was like, she could leave. She could say no, but she's choosing not to. So, like, a part of her might like it. And when he was bringing her the stories and stuff, like, it felt like a part of her really liked how good he was at his job and how much he wanted to improve her job as well. Because, like he said, you know, you don't stay anywhere for longer than 2 years. And he was like, I'm basically keeping you afloat. And he's like, and I'd like to keep you afloat, you know? And, you know, at the end there, when he brought her the footage of that, and she was like, this is your partner? And he was like, yes. And she's like, it's amazing. He's like, thank you. But it's just really amazing. He's like, thank you. Like, she seemed fucking turned on by how good the footage was or something, you know? So, like, you know what I mean? I can't tell if she really disliked it. She smiled when he was getting arrested, though, so I thought that she was happy that he was finally out of her life. But then she was like, Lou inspires all of us, maybe. So, like, I don't really know how she felt about him, whether it was bad, whether it was all bad, or whether it was all good. I think it was like a mixed bag. I think she really liked him a lot. Some things she probably didn't like, but I feel like they had a little bit of a connection, I'm not gonna lie. I think Lou as a character is very interesting. He's definitely someone with psychopathic tendencies, no remorse, no guilt, has a clear goal, has a clear ambition, definitely doesn't understand social cues. Like he said to his partner Rick when he was like, maybe it's not that I don't understand people, maybe that's that I don't like them. I think it's very much both of that. I feel like he doesn't I feel like he does understand them, and very, very fucking well, but also not really well, you know what I mean? Like in times in regular social conversations, I don't think he gets it, but he also really understands human behavior, I think, and that's how he's able to come up with so many answers so quickly, always stay composed. Like, he was never emotional for 1 second throughout anything in this movie, even when he was getting interrogated by the policewoman. You know, even then, like, she was emotional, and he was just pure stone cold nothing. And even watching his partner get shot, just stone cold, you know what I mean? Sorry, microphone. Just stone cold, you know what I mean? Like, he never once wavered, never showed any emotion. So I think he's definitely a psychopath, that's for sure. But also just a man of tremendous ambition, I guess. I think it's also, like I said, I think it was about a bit of social commentary on, you know, on media people, because there are real people like this. There are genuine people who are filming the news, filming other stuff. Like, they really are only there to film it so they could get paid for it, so they could get out there, so they could get the attention for filming it. Like, they do not give a fuck about the people they're filming. They don't care about the lives being lost in the film. They truly only care about the media part of it, the filming it. And that even goes to, like, paparazzi and stuff. You know, they give no privacy to celebrities. They don't care about their personal lives. They don't give a fuck about anything they feel like. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter what's happening. If they can get the picture, they're gonna get the picture. So, like, it's I think it was very much not poking at it, but, like, showcasing just how psychotic a lot of these people are, especially the paparazzi, that they can just do this to other people and feel absolutely no remorse. And I think that was the whole point of Rick's character was very much us. He was our stand-in, someone we could relate to, because that's how we would be acting in these situations. Filming someone getting shot, watching people get shot, watching people die. Like, we're not Lou. We're not the one that just dissociates all of that and doesn't give a shit. We're very much Rick, or at least I would hope we all are, where we're looking at that happen and we're like, that is terrifying. How are you just filming this? How are you just okay with this? Like, very much we are Rick, and that's one of the points of his character, was to just give the audience an audience surrogate, basically, to give us somebody to latch onto so we could look at our protagonist from his lens and just go, this guy's fucking batshit. I think another thing I love, just with how much of his, like, ambition thing, you know, he really just, besides being a good representation of media people, it's also very much of corporate greed, you know, both with Lou himself, Nell, the newscaster, and the news people. Like, even with the cops coming in and she's like, this is evidence, I have a dead officer, and she's like, this has been bought and paid for by a private contractor, I'm not giving you shit. I'm running the story because it'll get my news outlet likes, and it'll get me clicks, it'll get me more money. I'm running the shit. I don't care about your dead off, like, none of that, like, pure corporate greed. And even with, you know, Lou, after developing his, you know, video news outlet company or whatever, and he was like, that's how I want it to be introduced. I want the tagline. I want you to say video production news or whatever. He's like, he develops his own company, and he's, you know, like, almost as an infomercial, just whenever he talks, whenever he's talking about his thing, constantly saying his company name, you know, giving that free advertisement and stuff. So, like, I think on top of the representation of media outlet people, I think it was a huge theme of corporate greed throughout this, with Nell and with Lou, both of them being different sides of the same coin in terms of corporate greed, being the individual and being the actual corporation, and how they act and how they are. And again, the scary part about this movie is that it's very real. This is very much real life. There are real people like this. Most corporations are like this. They don't give a shit about the people they affect. They purely care about making money, because that's what the business is about. Business is about making money, not about caring about what they affect. So it was a really good representation of that, I think. Also, even adding on to the fact that I said he, like, advertises at every point and speaks like an infomercial. The way he talked, you know, like when he was negotiating things, like, he doesn't speak in normal colloquial language. He doesn't speak in normative terms. He speaks in someone in a business performance review where you're trying to use every synonymous word you could possibly find for anything you're trying to say to make yourself sound more presentable, to make yourself sound more advertisable, more marketable, more profitable, you know? Like, instead of saying I need money, is like, my business acquisitions are currently being liquidated, but I need more so that I can, you know, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, like, he spoke like an infomercial, and everything was with this kind of technical jargon, which adds into this, like, corporation factor of being personified through him, of him and Nell as well. Like even in the, I know they are on a news station, so they have to speak in that way, but the way he speaks of just trying to almost confuse both you and the audience and trick you into him knowing what the fuck he's talking about. Especially at the beginning. Like remember with the guy in the bike, right? The guy in the bike. And he was trying to negotiate with him, and he's like, bikes don't have 37 chains. And then Lou was silent. Because again, if you talk like you know what you're talking about, a lot of people who don't know any better will just believe you. And that's what was happening there. So that's all he did throughout the entire time, was just drizzle technical jargon into his regular day language and try and convince you that he knew more than he let on. And it worked a lot of the time, unfortunately, but it's just so real, you know? And I think this movie is so like, not unsettling, it's such a good thriller. It was so intense, so well done, so tense, genuinely speaking. But I think more so the fact that like, just how real it felt and authentic it felt with like, in terms of like a symbolic version of what these ideas are, right? You have the abstract ideas of corporate greed, of the psychopathic tendencies of the media outlets, you know, of speaking like the infomercial, this business tech language, overselling yourself, only caring about the content and the media and not caring about the person behind it. All of these abstract ideas are all personified, symbolized, and represented throughout the entirety of the movie, and I think it's represented so fucking well. I mean, genuinely, this movie was so good, but it was just not what I was expecting at all. I didn't know what to expect, but this wasn't what I was expecting, even with no expectations, you know what I mean? Although really, I gotta give it to Gyllenhaal, man. He gave a bone-chilling performance, just so good. Played that psychopath, played that no remorse, played just, because it's not just, you know, it's everything. It's the mannerisms, it's the vocal inflections, it's the tone of voice, it's the choice of words, it's how he chooses to say them, it's his eyes, how he looks around, his body language. You know, even when he walked out of the police place, like he's still the same, fucking hunched over, was walking like no care in the world. He, like, even with the way he walks, it felt like he had no personality through the way he walks. You couldn't tell shit about him through the way he walks, you know? Like, just everything about how he chose to play this role was so good. Genuinely a phenomenal performance from Gyllenhaal here. Or maybe not psychopath, maybe sociopath is also a good term for it, but I think it's very real. It's a very real representation of what a sociopath might be, because they're not all, okay, well, this guy was fucking horrible, to be fair. I was gonna say they're not all, you know, Hannibal Lecter. They're not all Ted Bundy. They're not all going around just killing people, although this guy was definitely killing people. But the thing is about his, you know, like I said, like I'd said before, he's like a chameleon, because he just changes who he is depending on where he's at. And the point is that none of it is sincere. He's fake 24/7. You know, he feels very well-mannered and polite, but he's not at all. Nothing he says is real, nothing he says is sincere. You know, like he said, he spends all his time on the computer, he learns everything, he's a very fast learner. And he means that, because he just mirrors whoever he's around, you know? He mirrors, he figures out how to act certain ways so that people will give them what he wants. You know, he doesn't give a shit about how they feel about that, he's just gonna do what he needs to do. So it's like, he's not necessarily a murderous serial killer, but he has no remorse for his actions. So he is a pure sociopath, and it really shows how a sociopath might act in our time. By that, I mean like still being a functioning member of our society without being put in prison or something, because I imagine there are people like this out there. I imagine a lot of those paparazzi people are fucking sociopaths, but like they're not necessarily killing people, but you can just see how horrible they are as a human being. Just no morals. Everything is completely fake. There's no sincerity. They have fake politeness. They don't give a shit about anything. They repeat things. You know, like I said, everything he said sounds memorized and rehearsed. Like he's not thinking of anything off the spot. He just knows the answers off the top of his head. It's the same thing with these kinds of people. They already know what to say because they're not saying it off the cuff. They're not actually feeling it in here. They've rehearsed the emotions prior and they're just reiterating it for you because they understand that that's acceptable. That's all it is to them. And so like it just goes to both the writing and the performance of how well it was portrayed in this movie. One thing I was gonna say while watching it is like his eyes, man, I was gonna say, because I think throughout the majority of the movie, his eyes were like this the whole time. I felt like dude never blinked in his life. Just eyes wide open, and like it added so much to the terrifying aspect of his character. About like feeling like a chameleon, or feeling like there's someone else inside that skin. You know, like it wasn't a real person in that body. Like it felt like he was wearing someone's skin, because it's kind of what he does every time, because none of it's sincere. So technically every time he talks to anybody or whenever he's doing anything, it's all a charade, it's an act. So he is wearing someone's skin. It depends on what situation it is, depending on who he's around. That's who he wears in that current moment. But like his eyes, man, especially when he was talking with Rick in the car, and he was like, maybe, you know, the point is when he was like, I want more money, and his eyes were just this. Yeah, like when he was looking over and stuff, I was like, I'm fucking scared, dude. Like his eyes played such a big part in how terrifying he came across, because, you know, a lot of people say you can read things through eyes, about how people talk to you, about the emotions they're feeling. Eyes can look very different, and it takes a very talented actor to act specifically through their eyes. But the thing is like, I think you could find throughout all of this, there was never one moment of sincerity or happiness or politeness or niceness through his eyes. Even in the situations where you think he would be being polite or sincere, his eyes never portrayed that, which is a testament to how good of an actor Jake Gyllenhaal is. But yeah, I thought the movie was phenomenal. It was very different from what I expected. I didn't know what to expect, but still, I wasn't prepared for that. But it was a fantastic movie. Really well made, very haunting, fantastic thriller, super intense, loved the music, loved the acting. Story was very weird at first because I had no idea what to grasp onto, but then as it divulges, you understand what's happening. And I love that we get to watch a villainous protagonist. You know, he wasn't a hero, wasn't an anti-hero, he was a straight up villain. He was not a good person, but I love that we got to watch it through. I thought it was great. So yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more from me, full reactions on Patreon, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, thank you all for watching that recent video, and I just want to give a special shout out to Oko Canutilla. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not, but just want to give a special shout out to you. You've been subscribed to my tier 1 on Patreon for a while now, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Love you guys.